This is me when I was younger. As you can see, I'm a skinny guy. I'm just naturally skinny. Then, as you can see, started working out and got bigger. Just kept lifting weights, put on some size. And then as you can see again, it got even bigger. And I'm recording my progress, showing how I'm doing it on this channel. So be sure to subscribe if you're trying to put on muscle like me. Follow the journey, see how I do it. Tell me about your fitness journey in the comments, all that. Now, because the tricep is the biggest part of the arm, it's the bigger muscle on the arm, makes up 2/3 of the arm muscle. I always start with triceps first in my arm workout when I'm doing biceps and triceps. Also, I'm trying to get a big bench press, get it back to 315 and then get over 315, well over a 3-plate bench press. And so triceps is always the most important secondary accessory muscle to get stronger when you're trying to increase a bench press and get a big bench press. So that is why when I first get to the gym, I'm fresh, I have all my energy, and I haven't worn myself out yet. I start with triceps where I have 100% of my energy to focus on increasing the strength and the size of my triceps. And this exercise you see me doing here, skull crushers, pretty much should be one of the foundations of your tricep workouts. Now I'm going to show you a way to work out triceps and biceps on the exact same machine, working them both out back to back. This kind of thing shouldn't really come as a huge surprise to some lifters, but you all know what I'm talking about when the gym is real crowded, which right now it's not super crowded, but when the gym is real crowded and you can't find hardly any machines to work out the muscle you want to work out on. And then when you do finally find a machine, you got to stick with it, because the second you hop off the machine, someone's going to take it. And so you really don't have many options to find the right machine you want to work on when you're trying to hit more than one muscle in one workout. Then something like this is going to be perfect. So you saw how I just did those tricep extensions. And then I kneel down to do bicep curls where I bring them to my head, and this is done in a kneeling position. So this bicep workout right here, done from this angle, is going to allow you to really target the biceps hard without any help from a platform. This one you're using all bicep muscles. But granted, I'll give it to you, this is kind of a weird workout to try out, especially if you're not used to it. And so in that case, when I do tricep extensions on a cable machine like I'm doing now, then I'll just drop the cable bar down to the ground and do regular bicep curls, pulling the bar from the ground, which is what 5% of the population does when they're doing bicep curl motions. Now, another thing that I want to point out, that I want to show in this video, is how to hit these tricep extensions harder, how to make the muscle contraction feel even more intense when you're doing them. You'll see I'm bringing the bar in not a perfectly straight down, but more or less in a straight down motion. But when I step back a little bit, like you just saw me do, that's going to make the tricep extension work harder, fight harder to bring it down to the bottom of the lift. That increases the muscle tension on my triceps like crazy. And that, I found, was my favorite way of doing this tricep extension workout. I was able to get a pump in my tricep muscles like I hadn't been able to do in a while. Doing it this way, so I had to switch it up a little bit. And doing it, stepping away from the cable machine, pushing the bar down at an angle instead of just pushing it straight up and down like you saw me do in the beginning, made for a lot better muscle contraction. And yes, ever since I started supersetting triceps and biceps together on the same machine like you see me doing here, it saves so much more time, the workout is so much more efficient, I get out of there quicker, and I get a pump way faster. So that's the magic behind doing supersets like this. If you didn't know it, this might be something you want to try out. And again, you don't have to do bicep curls like I'm doing. You can do them the normal way people do them, having the bar start from the ground and you bicep curl the weight up into the air instead of straight down on your head like I do. When I go in for my arm days, biceps and triceps, I go in there, of course, to get a pump, to achieve muscle hypertrophy and all that, but I also treat it as the accessory muscle workout day, which is why I'm doing close grip bench press here with light weight, because one of the most important accessory secondary muscles to getting your bench press stronger is the tricep. And I'll go over other accessory muscles in other videos, but the triceps make a difference. When you work out and you're really trying to get your muscles bigger, you're really trying to bulk up, increase the size of your muscles and your strength for that matter, you want to do a minimum of 3 sets. Matter of fact, not even 3 sets, 3 different workouts per muscle. And since today is triceps and biceps, that's to be 3 different workouts for triceps, 3 different workouts for biceps, which is what I'm going through right here in this video. This is the second of the bicep workout, and I already did the second of the tricep workout. And the third tricep and bicep workout are going to come after this, but this one is more focused on the preacher curl. 3 different exercises per muscle, and each of these exercises you really want to focus as much of your energy and technique and form as you can on each exercise, because going through the motions will not grow the muscles as effectively as they could go. I finished these workouts, the tricep workout anyway, the tricep muscle, with overhead tricep extension, hit it from a different angle from the exercises that I did previously for triceps. And this one I really feel the stretch on my triceps before pushing the weight up, more so than any other tricep workout, which is why I like doing this exercise. The stretch that it gives, and the stretch is important to feel when you're doing workouts, to really break down the muscle as you're performing the lifts. So if you can do something where you're feeling the stretch like to the maximum extent, that's what you want to do. And this exercise right here in particular will make my triceps stretch like crazy before pushing the weight back up. Do this to end the tricep workout. And while on the topic of hitting the muscle from a different angle, this is going to be a version of hammer curls with a cable machine. Holding, and this is if you have a machine like this, a preacher curl machine like this, where you can hold the handles vertically instead of horizontally. And if you don't have a preacher curl machine where you can hold the handles vertically, then you can substitute it with grabbing a pair of dumbbells, holding the dumbbells vertically as you do your bicep curls. But doing it this way, these are essentially a form of hammer curls. Doing it that way is going to target a different part of the biceps, make the biceps wider, because it hits the brachialis, which is essentially like the side part of your bicep muscle, and also the bicep, the part of the muscle that lies underneath your bicep muscle, to bring out the bicep, make it fuller, wider, all that. Now, if you want to know how to increase your bench press, this video right here, I talk about when I bench press 300 pounds while weighing 169 pounds. So if you want to get your bench press up, I recommend checking that video out, because let's face it, a lot of us are on the goal to get a bigger bench press.